All right, so welcome back to the DIY kitchen DIY. Kitchen remodel. So today we're going to be removing the cabinet doors. We already removed the drawers to remove the tile, ceramic tile, and the backsplash. And Brian, today we're going to be doing what now?
Sanding and priming the cabinets for paint.
For paint, okay. And I think we're going to be treating the existing wood with
TSP.
TSP.
To get the shine off it.
Gonna get the shine off of it. We're gonna prep it and then primer it. We're also gonna add new hardware to the doors here. Brass hardware that way. And of course, we're gonna take out all this stuff and replace it. So yeah, it's gonna be nice once it's done. But it is a lot of work. But the self-satisfaction of doing it yourself, nothing better. So what we're doing now is removing all the cabinet doors, getting them ready for sanding, primer, and then paint. All right, so now we removed all the doors and drawers, looking like a pretty bare kitchen. Now Brian's removing all the hardware, and so this is what we're gonna prep.
God, some of these are like caked on there.
They've been on there for years. Thank goodness the weather's cooperating. So I just finished rubbing all the edges here with TSP. The wood's actually in good shape, so could be minimal sanding involved. It's doing the doors with TSP. Also, you have to wear gloves because it's kind of
harsh chemical.
Yeah. And where's it at?
Want to see?
Okay. This stuff right here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the one you want to use, and gets all the grease and everything ready for primer before paint. So we're doing each side, and we'll see how it turns out. So now we're getting ready after using the what was that shit? TSP.
Clean the cabinets.
We clean the cabinets. We're going to start the primer process. I'm gonna roll that on.
Oh, too much. Too much. It's okay.
Yeah. So this is just the first coat of primer.
I'll run on thin.
Before paint.
Too much.
It's okay. Oh, I don't want to get the back of your head. This is the first coat of primer on the doors.
This is the second coat now. This one.
Oh, second coat over there. First coat over here. So, moving right along. We gotta wrap these doors up by today or tomorrow, because day after tomorrow we have rain in the forecast. So I'm using this bin primer. It's good stuff. Dries fast, fast drying. So I'm just doing this is the first coat of the primer. Another thing we did before we removed the doors, we numbered all the doors. This will make it easier. See, the blue tape has all the numbers of the doors. This will make it easier for replacing the doors. Very important to number where your doors are, which door is which. All right. So this is the very first coat of primer. So here Mom's help chipping in. We took the existing hinges. Some had, dirt and grease, so we're cleaning them up. And we're gonna put them back on the doors, and I have some matching hardware I used Simple Green with a solution of water, and so they're coming out real nice. We're gonna reuse them. They're in good shape, other than being a little dirty after being in the kitchen for about 30 years. So, but I like the way they look, and so we're going to continue to use them. Okay, so now we've already gave the cabinets 2 coats of primer, and I didn't film this, but I cut in the last coat. Now I didn't tape because the kitchen's going to be painted anyway, so then we'll tape when it comes to the cabinets. But I try to cut it in as best I could and not have paint all over the place. But we're gonna, once we paint the repaint the ceilings and stuff, we'll get those gaps. But anyway, so it's a lot easier to cut in first, and then what I did was, again, I'm not a professional painter at all. This is probably my 3rd time painting, but I did all the cut-ins that way. I'm gonna use a fine roller. We're using Burr Premium Cabinet and Trim Enamel, so it'll be easier to clean. For all paints, ultra smooth finish. So this way, hopefully, it doesn't leave brush marks. Most professional painters will spray, but we're not professionals. So, but it'll be good enough. Of course, this is all going to be removed after, so I'm not worried about getting paint on that. I'm going to repaper that. And the sheetrock, cousin's actually bringing over some sheetrock today, so hopefully he'll give me a hand with that. So on the first, when painting cabinets, obviously we didn't replace the cabinets. When they're doing this on a budget, it's a lot more practical to work with what you got if it's in good condition and just paint them. So on top here, this already has the finish coat, just the first coat. You need to let it dry for 2 hours in between coats. So we already did the first coat. Yeah. Brian's cutting in. You want to do the cut in meaning where the roller won't reach. As you saw, I was using that fine roller. So when you cut in the edges, then it just come back and roller the rest. So we're on. This is going to be taken out right here, so we're not doing that. And so, yeah, little crack heels, but that's okay.
Hey, you edit that too.
All right. So yeah, it's coming together. I think by today, we'll have all the cabinet drawers in. Well, if not tomorrow, make sure they dry real good. So in here is here's our cabinet doors. This is already the first coat, and once this dries, we're gonna flip it over and do the second coat. So it's got some 220 fine sandpaper and this 3M block, and just giving everything a light sanding. Very important before the final coat of paint. Sides, the light sand, and then got a moistened towel to wipe off any dust. This is before the final coat of paint. This way, no varnish will come through. That's the goal. As I was saying earlier, it's very important to cut in. So in this cabinet like this, it has this little groove. I'm cutting in with a brush because the roller won't reach down in here. I'm trying to do this and film at the same time. So this is only going to get one coat of the cut in, so I put it a little thick, and then Brian's coming while the paint's still wet. He's coming right behind me with the roller. That way there's no brush marks left. All right, so thanks This is part 2. I'm going to put a link in the description to part 1 when we started this kitchen remodel. And we'll see you on the next video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the like button